fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 98. Today is March the 23rd, 2020. On today's show, I have whips, I have haul, and I have a knitting project. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I'm doing water today. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how is everybody's quarantines going? I started quarantining myself on Wednesday. I am not leaving the house again until Wednesday, and that is to only pick up my mom's groceries, take them out, put them away, kiss her from afar, and come back home. As you can tell, I do have a little bit of a sinus cold, and it is a sinus infection. It's not COVID-19. There has been no fever. There's been a little bit of coughing because of postnasal drip, and and a lot of pain because when I get sinus infections, my mouth inevitably hurts. So it's not been a very good weekend because I started getting this on Friday. By last night, it was Saturday night was bad, last night was worse, but this morning I think I might be turning the corner a little bit. I usually have to take nasal spray because I am not a mouth breather, and if I can't breathe out of my nose, I am not a happy camper, and I haven't had to use nasal spray this morning, so that in itself is a good thing. A very, very, very good thing. Because little man is coming over at 1 o'clock because his mom has a OB appointment. And I may have him 3 days this week. Not quite sure. Still up in the air. I need to talk to the daughter-in-law about what her plans are because she is thinking about starting maternity leave a little bit early, which I don't blame her with all this COVID problems. I think I would want to be off of work as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, last week I talked to you about the fireman. Well, he tested negative. But we have been getting new people getting it, new reports of it. So I think we're up to 27 people now in the state. So, it's getting kind of nerve-wracking. My husband's like, it'll be all right, it'll be all right. But me, I'm like, nah, after my dad passing 2 weeks ago, those things are not, the possibilities of that is kind of worrisome, and I'm trying not to freak out because, it's not a good thing to do to freak out, but so, I do want to say that Wednesday, the knitting group, there's 4 of us, Zoomed our knit night, and it was so much fun. We sat for an hour and a half and chatted and saw each other, and it was a good morale boost for us all, I believe, because we've been seeing each other. I started going in 07, so it's been, 13 years we've been doing this now, and it's been so much fun, and they are such a nice group of women. There were 4 of us today. There's usually 5, so we're hoping that the 5th one can drop in on Wednesday, because we're going to do this for the foreseeable future, because we usually go to Starbucks or a coffee shop, so with those being closed, you can't have knit nights, and sitting 6 feet away from each other is kind of hard when you're trying to talk and knit and have a good time. So, I miss my friends, but it was so nice to be able to do a Zoom night and just talk and have a great night. And it was a really, really great night. I used to do that a long time ago, and I had several knitting friends all over the country, and we would get together on Google Chats, I think, and we would just chat away and have a really good time, and that's when Plurk those of you who know what Plurk is. When Plurk was like the first Twitter, we would get on Plurk, and I'm thinking that it's still available. I just haven't been on Plurk in ages. And we would set up a chat room, and we'd all go in and chat, and it was so much fun. I made some really good friends there. But, you know, you lose touch with them if you don't do it a lot, and we haven't done it in a long time, like I said. So, you know, if you're looking for friends, see if your friends want to do Zoom. Zoom, you can get it free for 40 minutes. You don't have to pay for it, so why not? Just get on Zoom and go for it, because it was so much fun. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. I've been knitting as I've been talking to you, so let's talk about the knitting. So this is the 40-meter sprint, and I don't have any of the other particulars because I didn't bring my bag in with me, but this is on US 6, and that is a 4.0 millimeter, I think. Yes, 6s are 4.0 millimeters, and this is my hand spun, and the last time you saw it, it was here, so I got that much more done. So, yay, and the ball's on the floor. Just a second. That is where I'm at. So, I got a little bit more to go. And this is a good one to knit on when you're doing a podcast and you don't have to use your hands, or at a knit night, because it's a 4-row repeat. And, yeah. So if you're on Ravelry, I am Patty Sand on Ravelry, Pattisand. I used to have a group, there's still one there, called Patty Knits and Spins, but nobody goes over there anymore, and I don't either, so. But you can always find me that way too. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm PattySand631. I don't post a lot of pictures on Instagram, and I don't do a lot of likes on Instagram. I really should get back to that, but I don't know. I like crafting more than posting pictures and stuff. And when I do post pictures, you know, it's mostly my crafting stuff and travel. So, yeah. Anything else exciting? I don't think so. So, got the knitting shown. So now I have to put it down in the middle of a row, of course. But that's okay. I can catch that back up in no time. And I'm just rambling. Okay. So, projects that I worked on this week. I worked on my Lady Mirabilia, which is my Mira Monday. She is being stitched on 32 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. And I got quite a bit done. I worked on this section, I believe, this last Monday. So I am very, very happy with how that's turning out. And it's more that color. So there she is. So she's got, what, 2 more Mondays to go on her. So I should get some pretty good progress on that one. And then I decided to just stitch on whatever the heck I wanted to. I'm not going to worry about if I've already stitched it and haven't gone through my whole rotation of things to work on, because I was getting burnt out. And some of the stuff that was still in the pile to be stitched on, I just didn't feel like stitching on it. I have pulled my Chatelaine Halloween Kitty and Medieval Town Mandala out of the rotation, and I've put it up, and maybe in 6 months I'll touch it again. But for right now, I don't feel like stitching on them, so I'm not gonna have them down to worry about. So, sorry, I am gonna be taking more drinks today because of my throat. So on Tuesday, I worked on a Quaker Halloween sampler by Cherish Stitches. I am stitching this on 36 count light mocha Edinburgh linen. And I'm using the called for silks. So, let's see. I did quite a bit. I got the word spooky done, and I worked on this section as well. So yeah, I'm thinking that that date up there is probably going to be 2021 or 2022. This thing is huge. So yeah, it's going to take me a lot longer than what I thought, but I like working on it from time to time. I like silks and I like Quakers. I like Quaker samplers. Like I've said before, I just don't like word samplers that much, but you know, that happens sometimes. So, and then I worked on my new start for Wednesday. I pulled, well, I showed you guys this before. It's the Haunted October Night by Linda Gilliam, charted by Cooler Designs. And I'm using the called for DMC, and this is, what fabric is this? 32 count vintage country mocha Belfast, and I got a lot done. So the only change I have made so far is I am using a Toile 725. That's what I used for the moon. 725 was the color of the moon, so I was really happy to see that it had its own étoile. So that was really a cool. And I wanted, there we go, the moon to sparkle a little bit. But that is what I got accomplished on Wednesday. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. So this is almost the edge. There's like one more row. So this should fit just fine on here. I have no problem whatsoever. And I've already picked my March Madness Wednesday project for this week. And that one will be the last one because April 1st is it's next Wednesday. So, hold please. Coughing fit, so much fun. Okay, next one. And got my voice cleared up a little bit too. All right, oops. Okay, so the next one I worked on was the Peppermint Purple 52-week black stitch, back stitch work, whatever, saddle. So I liked how somebody pointed out that you could have kind of a heart. Mine looks like Mickey Mouse. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm going to leave that. And I may figure out something to make it look more like a heart, but I like that. I think that turned out really cute. So Wednesday will be the next one, and I'm keeping up with it, which makes me very happy. Very, very, very happy. Okay. And then I worked on this one just a little bit. I didn't work on this one a lot. This is the Carriage House Sampling Songbird Garden Series, the Dream one, because of the pumpkin. Isn't that pretty? I really liked this one. Out of all of them that they have, I like that one. And I am using all the called for colors and the called for fabric, which is Sangria. Let me look here. Let's see. So it calls for all week's dye works, and the fabric is 36 count sanguine linen by Weeks Dye Works. And this is an old one, and I'm not liking the weave on it, but I'll keep working on it. So what I worked on this time is all the darker color there on the flowers. So that makes me very, very happy. And here's all the floss. So pretty. It's a pretty pattern, and it is fun to do. I could have stitched on this longer, but I didn't feel like it, so I put that aside and decided to stitch on stuff I wanted to stitch on. So I pulled out my Friends and Family Mystery Stitch Along, which is by Linens and Threads, or Fox and Rabbit's design. I don't know. It's through Linens and Threads, and it's Fox and Rabbit designs. So this is what January, February, March are going to look like. And I am still working on January. And I added another color, which I'm glad I did, because I like how that little different color pops, makes it a little bit nicer looking, besides the two colors that I had already. So this one's being stitched on 18 count oatmeal Aida by Loops and Threads. And I'll show you guys the colors that I have chosen to do this project with. Okay, so I have, no, these three are my highly variegated DMC colors. So this one is the newest one that I added. And then I decided that on the greenery, or that there's plants, that I would go ahead and just use a green. So this is my Amone green. And then the flowers, they'll throw in some pink. So I think that'll look okay. Because I don't want it to be too out there, but I really think that that will work. And I might add a black just to have a different thing to hold it all together. So yeah, I'm really happy with those decisions, and because I think it'll work out really good. And I had a whole bunch of all of those, so it should work really well. Really, really well. If you guys are working on it, let me know. Show me yours in the comments, or give me comments, or whatever. So I like comments. Okay. So then I worked on my Whip Go project this week. And this one is Moonflower by Mirabilia. And I am stitching this on 32 count Milk Chocolate by Zweigart. And I didn't do a lot on this last night, but I worked some more on her pillow. So got down to the bottom with the white of the pillow, and then I'm going to work on that. So I am going to work on this. I've got, well, maybe I'll work on this one again. I probably will. I don't know. I don't know. But I have done enough stitching, or I've done my 2-week stitching on this project, so I don't have to do that Whip Go project if I don't want to, but I probably will anyway, so yeah. And then I worked on one more project. And this is the project that right now I am sad about, because my Halloween sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings, I am stitching this on the 32 count copper penny, because it's the called for. Where is it? Where is it? Copper Penny Linen by Witchelt. Using the called for colors except for soot. I changed soot into cast iron, I think. Cast iron skillet. Okay. I would have had this done. I would have had this done this week. But I ran out of Raven. Yeah, I ran out of Raven. I have the word for you, which is what is you? U is unusual and X is X-ray. So I have to do unusual, X-ray, and put the Raven in, and that's all in Raven. So yeah, and then I went on to 1, 2, 3 stitch, and they didn't have any. But I did find some on an Etsy seller, and they had one. So hopefully, I ordered it last night, so hopefully I will get it. And then I can have this done. And I'm thinking a little pillow. I really am thinking a pillow. I think this is so cute that a pillow would be fabulous, especially since it'll look really good with my other Halloween pillow. But I was really sad when I ran out of Raven. So my suggestion is, if you do this and you are using the call for, I might throw 3 Raven in instead of 2. It could have been just me. I could have lost a little line of, thing of floss somewhere, but I don't think so. And sometimes I'm really stingy with my floss. Maybe I wasn't stingy enough with this floss, but yeah, I might reconsider and grab 3 Ravens instead of just 2. So that is all the stitching I did last week. I was getting kind of bored, so that's why there's a lot of different stitching. I did work on my 30-minute a day, but I left it out in the other room, and I'm not going to go get it because it's behind my chair, and I just don't feel like it. And I didn't do a whole lot. I finished the trees and started the cow, and that is my Prairie Schooler. I know you're not supposed to touch your face. The Prairie Schooler ABCs, and C is for cow is what I'm working on now. Sorry, I'm a hot mess. I just got out of the shower, so my hands are clean, and everything is all good. So, purchases. I got my Joann's order, which was a small cone of $33.71. So here's my small cone of $33.71 that I'm going to need for the Prairie Schooler. And then for the free shipping, I just picked up a thing of 28 count Onico. So yeah, so my free shipping. So I got $25 worth to get free shipping. Yay, free shipping. And it wasn't supposed to be here until today. So I got it Friday. Yeah, got it Friday because little man was here and he was playing with the box and playing with the plastic tube. That's why this is no longer in its tube. So I got those 2 things. And then earlier in the week, I saw that my friend Bev had a little Yoda. So this is Crafter's Waypoint by Beverly Love. So got a little Yoda and a needle. Isn't that cute? And then she sent, as a thank you, a little wooden flower, so I can figure out how I want to stitch or what I want to stitch on that. So, isn't that cute? Thank you, Bev. That was so sweet. I met her at SSK, the very first SSK. So that was really cool to be able to help my friend and get a needle minder. Because look at that Yoda. That is so cute. Okay, and the other thing I picked up this week, they showed this, I think, on Stitcher's Coven, and I thought it was so cute. It's a PDF file, and it's a haunted house. Isn't that cute? I thought that was so cute. I forgot the name of it, but the copyright is by BB Zhu, and let me look. I should have looked that up. That is just that picture was just a picture. So let me see here. Go into my account, into my purchases, and it's Gloomy House Cross Stitch, and it's by World Embroidery RU. So, and it was $3.80. So it was pretty good, and it's you can get both, I think, or maybe not. I've just printed out the color version, so I will show you just a section of it so you can kind of. It's a nice big graphic, so that's really good, and it uses DMC, So yeah, so it's, so let's see, 82 by 164 stitches, so that's not too bad. And there's half stitches and back stitches and regular stitches, so no other stitches. Oh, and since I'm in here, I ordered my gassed raven from Fiddlesticks Design. So yeah, exciting. I'm hoping that comes this week. I also was bad and did another order from 123 Stitch while I was there. I picked up a memorial piece for my dad. So, and another memorabilia because I'm nuts. Oh, I'm so stupid. But thought I would show you my Wednesday news start for this week. I went ahead and kitted up my Barbara Anna Design Spooky Tree, and I went ahead and changed the colors. I decided to venture out and change my colors up, so I did pull as many DMCs, and I looked at the colors of the DMC, and then I went and pulled through my color in cotton. So I have color in cotton and Victoria Motto samplers and Ship's Manners colors. So I'm going to be stitching this on 32 count summer khaki, and that's the colors I'm going to use. I think they'll be great in this pattern. So yeah, and I did still have some DMC because I couldn't completely go. So probably gonna drop some, but yeah, so that's my color palette for my spooky tree, and that's going to be my Wednesday Mania new Halloween new start. So I'm happy I did do a new start every Wednesday. Oops. Or I should say I did, you know, I did my new starts. I kept up with my Mania. My March Madness, not March Mania, it's March Madness. Sorry. So, yeah. Okay. I have one more thing for you, but I will be back in a second. Okay, third segment. Yay! Hopefully I can get through this one without having a coughing fit or having to sneeze. So, this is the third segment. I was going to redo the second segment, but I decided, what the heck, I'm just going to be real and leave it alone. I would like to say thank you to McKenna of 1884 Stitchery to allow this to happen. If you recall, I ordered Atlantis by Owltree Forest from McKenna, and part of it got lost in the mail. So when it finally came, she sent me some more stuff to replace what had gotten lost in the mail. And in that, she gave me an extra copy of the pattern of Atlantis. And I'd asked her this last week if I could give it away to you guys. And she said yes, as long as I plug her 1884, which I have no problem plugging 1884 Stitchery because she's awesome. We know her, we love her. If you don't know her, if you don't love her, go find her, as Kyle says. Yeah, I like Kyle too. So anyway, I would like to give this away. So in the comments, please don't say giveaway. Let me know, out of the last 98 videos, what project have you liked the most? I will be giving this away in my 100th video. So leave your comments here on number 98 because I won't go back on number 99 to find comments. So yeah, let me know what your favorite comment is. So the rules apply. Please be a member or a subscriber, and please be 18 years or older or get a parent's permission to give me your address. At this point, if you're out of the country, I will try. And I'm not going to say when I'm going to mail this because it may be after all the scariness of COVID goes away because I have to go to the post office. Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't get hit as hard as some states, but right now I think we have 27, like I said before. There's not a stay-at-home order here yet, but people are staying home anyway because we're under winter storm advisory with 8 to 12 possible inches. Yeah, you heard that right. It had just started thawing out. It was beautiful. The roads were getting nice. And I only know that because I watched them plow my road. But, yeah. So, it may take me a little bit to mail that out, but it would get mailed out. But yeah, let me know, because this is awesome. Thank you again, McKenna, 1884 Stitchery. Because I would love to sell this with somebody. So if you win, we could sell together. So it is the copy of the pattern in the entirety. So cool. So cool. So anyway, looking around me, I think that is all I have for you this week. I hope that you all stay happy and healthy and no COVID for you. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.